Alright, so in this tutorial I will show you how to delete everything from your Shopify store just in case that you need to start fresh, or if you, for example, have this store as your test shop or sandbox and you just need to clear everything out and start fresh. And so I will be using Excelify app for that. Here, this is the Excelify app, and here we will start by exporting everything to the Excelify Excel format, and we will select all those things that we want to delete to export them first. So those will be products with just the basic columns, then smart collections also with only the basic columns. If you have any other checkboxes here, remove them just to make your export faster. So we need just the basic columns here. Also custom collections basic columns, customers basic columns, discounts as well, just basic columns. Draft orders, we have some bunch here that we want to clear out, so again only the basic columns here. The same for orders. For payouts, we actually don't need to export payouts because you can't delete them, so if you have any, then you can just leave them as they are. Pages, of course, again basic columns. Blog posts, the same thing, and actually also blog posts and basic columns and blogs, because if we want to delete also the blogs, if you have several blogs that contain many blog posts. Of course, the redirects. For activity, it's not possible to delete any of the activity, so we don't need to export it, so we can leave it out. And for shop, there is this thing as meta fields. So of course you can't delete the shop itself, because it contains basically the main elements of how your shop is set up. But if you want to clear out the meta fields for the shop, you can just select this meta fields column, and that way we will be able to clear them out. And okay, we can just run export and wait for it to finish. If you have a very large store, there is no need to keep the browser open. You can close it and it will send you an email when it's done. But generally it should be very fast, because if you are exporting just basic columns, then it should be very, very quick. And here at the bottom it estimates how long it will supposedly take to finish this export. Alright, so the export has finished, and we can download the exported file. And in that exported file we have here at the bottom, there are the sheets of each kind of data that we exported. And the trick here is that we need to delete it in the reverse order, because like logically, if you try to delete a customer which has an order, you will not be able to do it. Shopify will not allow it. So first we would need to delete orders and then the customers. But just to like make it easier, we will just like sort all the sheets in reverse order. So this export summary sheet is not needed at all. It just shows what we exported. So we start with the shop. For shop, here we have one meta field. You might have many meta fields like this in your shop, but the main principle here is you need to clear out all of the values for those cells so that they are empty, but the meta field columns should stay here, because then we will import this meta field, we will see that it's empty, and then we will delete it from the shop. So because we copied those, we just don't need them, but here this will be a good example. So then comes redirects. We just drag this sheet here, and what we do here actually for all the rest of sheets, there is a column that says command, and by default it's always like update, and we change it to delete, and just double click here on this corner and it will copy all the deletes till the end. So by that we will delete all our redirects. Then the next comes again the blog posts. From the end we drag it to the third position, and here under the command we put delete. That should delete this blog post. Actually not sure if it will delete our blog, but we'll see. Of course you might have more blog posts, then you will just again copy. Then we come to pages. For the pages the same, command delete, double click on the corner so that it copies for all the pages. Then we take orders, again drag it here. For orders the default command is new, we just change it to delete. again copy down. Just note here for the orders, it might be that Shopify will not allow to delete all of the orders, because if there are some real payments, or like if the Shopify payment gateway was involved, then it might not allow to delete the orders. But generally, if this is a test store and everything is like generated data anyway, then you should be able to delete all of your orders. Then our draft orders, we put them here, no, here, just to be precise. Again, change the command to delete, copy down, then the same for discounts. For discounts also command delete, double click, everything has delete. Then comes customers. And also in discounts, some discount may reference the customer as well. So it's a good idea that we first delete discounts and then the customers. So again, delete, copy, then custom collections, delete. So those custom collections are manual collections. Then smart collections, again, delete, copy. And then for last, the products. I also copy, delete for all the rows. Save the file, we can save it as delete everything. Close the file, go back to Excelify app, and here choose the file to delete everything. It will analyze the file, it will use those sheet names to determine what kind of data is in each sheet. So it's estimating. Right, so now it shows ready to import, because it has read through all of the sheets, and so it shows how many items it sees in each file. If there are any warnings, then typically, for example, in this case, it means that we had 22 orders with the same name, essentially with the same order number, and it gives a warning that maybe your file is repeating or something, because generally those orders should not have the same name. There shouldn't be orders with the same name, but in our case there are, because it's our test store. And yeah, we just press import, and then for shop it shows updated, because it updated our shop data and essentially it removed that one meta field. Now it's deleting all the redirects. We can see it shows how many it has deleted thus far. And again, the estimate at the bottom here, it shows how long it thinks it will take to delete them here based on the average typical speed. But here for the one that it's already doing, it's using the actual speed, how many seconds per item is being deleted, so it can extrapolate how long it will take to delete these items. And of course, if you see that there are some errors, then these potentially can't be deleted for some reason, and then in the results file you will be able to see in details which orders couldn't be deleted. Everything else actually should be possible to delete from your store, except if there are some orders that can't be deleted. Okay, so it has finished. And yeah, also about the customers, if there is an order that can't be deleted, then its related customers will not be deleted. And so if we download the results file, then we can see for each of the sheets, again, for example, for shop, it tells that meta field Shopify post attributes deleted, that it deleted this one meta field. For the redirects, everything was like import result is okay, delete pushed by ID. So the same thing for each of those things. And those two orders, like here is failed and failed, those couldn't be deleted. For draft orders, like as we saw, everything was okay. And for customers, we saw that those two customers can't be deleted, because it says like error deleting customer. And the typical reason for that is that because this customer has an order, or those customers have each an order, so it can't be deleted. Yeah, overall, if we go to our store, then we should see here's our just two remaining orders that we couldn't delete. The drafts are empty, products are empty, collections are empty, everything is empty. Okay, customers, here are those two customers that have those two orders. About the blog posts, yeah, there's nothing. So pages also empty. The navigation will not be deleted, so because it can't be imported or exported, because there is no API for that. But if you need to clear this out, then you would need to delete them manually. But yeah, overall, that's how you clear out everything that you can from your existing Shopify store. And if you have any issues or questions, here's our Excelify website where you can find any sorts of documentations or tutorials, or definitely reach us through contact us page, through any of those channels if you have anything to ask or discuss. Thanks so much, and see you around.